Hey guys, welcome to Word of Hannah. Welcome back if you're returning. So, what if the slave trade, like elements of the slave trade, had to do with like spiritually enslaving those people that were slaves? Like, what if the people who were violated, the person who violated them became their spiritual spouse, and then that's the reason why marriage was prohibited, was because of the benefits and the because of what happens spiritually when somebody is married to somebody that they're supposed to be married to. Because you already have the rejection, right? Rejection keeps the door open to somebody's soul. And so, with that rejection in terms of you're not welcome here, you're not wanted here, you're not this, you're not that, and all these things, and that constant beating down, which we always associated with having to do with keeping black people low, or whoever's enslaved. I'm trying to be specific. I'm trying not to be specific and say black people, because black people are not the only people who were enslaved and who had these experiences. So I want to make sure that I'm not limiting it to one specific group when I know it's applicable to many groups. But what if that rejection is to maintain an opening so that that person's virtues and their soul and things can be enslaved, so that they can be put enslaved spiritually and physically, so that all the things that come with enslavement that are spiritual winds up happening, so that they wind up being bound, so that they wind up having a spiritual spouse as an actual human being, and so that person is always an open vessel to the person who it is who wants to access them. So that, especially if we want to now get to specifically people of color, and you want to talk about the revolution and the things that it is that were specifically taking place during that period. Okay, well, this is a historically non-industrial people enslaving an industrious people who had come from development, and people who had come from being indentured servants, and who were not necessarily gifted in that. Well, then, would the access that is obtained from that spiritual defilement, the rejection, the all those different things that are absolutely part of spiritual warfare, used so that people can take on that person's essence and then develop the land that they're in, using first the attributes that are associated with each person's soul, the industriousness, the creativity, all of those things, taking that to develop things, and then using what's left of that person, which is their physical body, so that they can then work it and maintain it. So then benefiting from their soul, and then also benefiting from their body. Just a question.